Let's talk about something that many of us women over 40 experience. Something that might feel like a burden at times, but is actually a profound strength. Being deeply empathetic. You know, that feeling of truly understanding, almost absorbing what others are going through. It's more than just being nice or sympathetic. It's a deep connection, and it shapes every relationship, every encounter. Now, I know some people might talk about empathy as just a simple gift, a natural sensitivity, but I believe it's something more complex than that. In many ways, it's a gift born from experience. It's the result of turning life's challenges into the ability to truly understand others. It's about seeing the world with open eyes. If you're drawn to this video, I suspect it's because life has touched you deeply. You've navigated experiences that have carved a path within you, allowing you to feel things others often miss. We often think of empathy as a wonderful quality, and it is. But beneath the surface lies something deeper, something ancient. It's the spirit of the one who can feel the pain of all beings, even if they can't heal themselves. You carry this within you, and it's both a gift and something to be aware of. When I talk about your aura, I'm not just talking about your personality. I'm talking about the deeper energy that surrounds you when you're truly connected to your inner self. That feeling of being aligned, of your inner and outer worlds working together. You see, many people go through life with defenses up, like wearing a shield. Their minds are set, their hearts are guarded. But those of us who are truly empathetic often had those defenses stripped away, often without choosing to. It became about survival. You learned to read between the lines, to sense the unspoken, to anticipate what others needed before they even asked. Maybe it was a childhood where love felt conditional, or where silence felt heavy with unspoken issues. Maybe there was someone whose moods dictated the whole atmosphere. In some way, you learned that your own feelings came second. The only way to navigate life was to understand what others were carrying. This is where your deep intuition comes from. It's not just a glow, it's a finely tuned ability, born out of necessity. But I need to say this, as wonderful as it is, it draws both good and bad to you. You have a way of shining that people who are struggling can sense. It awakens a longing in them, but also sometimes a fear. They might come to you for comfort, for understanding, for something they can't find within themselves. And if you're not careful, they can unknowingly take from you until you feel empty. When you have that kind of giving heart, you can attract those who aren't ready to take responsibility for their own lives. Here's the important point. When that deep empathy becomes something you can't control, it can trap you. You become so connected to the suffering of others that you lose sight of yourself. The unconscious has a way of speaking to us, through our dreams, through chance encounters that feel significant. Maybe you've dreamed of a forest, dark and full of whispers, and felt like the trees are listening to your thoughts. That's not just your imagination. It's your inner self reminding you that you're connected to a larger web of feeling. As empaths, we can walk through life like an instrument, and the feelings of the world, the sadness, the joy, the anger, all of it can play through us whether we want them to or not. To live like that without awareness is to be overwhelmed by feelings that aren't even yours. So I want you to think about this. What is the cost of carrying everyone else's pain? There's an old saying about a container that needs to be strong to hold transformation, strong enough to withstand both the good and the bad. If the container breaks, everything is lost. You are that container. If you don't learn to manage the heat of the world's pain, to understand what's yours and what isn't, you will break. You'll become resentful, exhausted, drained of the very life force that makes you so understanding. Then you might think it's fate, that the world just uses people like you. But it isn't fate. It's about not knowing how to care for yourself. That's why I want to talk about self-awareness. Within those hidden parts of you, the parts you might have ignored or even denied, lies the key to setting healthy limits. Many of us believe that saying no is unkind, that putting space between ourselves and pain is selfish. But that's simply not true. It's a trick of the mind. It's the idea that we have to always be good, always sacrificing. But within us, there's also anger, the instinct to protect ourselves, the desire to be free from carrying what isn't ours. To be whole, we need to let that side of us breathe. We have to listen to those feelings. Let that deep part of yourself speak, not as a threat, but as a guide. I once said that the greatest gift is to become who you truly are. For an empath, that journey is even more complex because we often define ourselves by the feelings and needs of those around us. It's like standing in front of a mirror that shows not just you, but also everyone you've ever loved, feared, or tried to help. So, when I ask, "Who are you?" it can be hard to answer. You are not the sum of everyone else's struggles. You're not just an echo of someone else's pain, and yet, you may have built a life around being the support for others. It's a beautiful quality, but it's not the end of your story. There comes a point where your inner self demands attention. It might come as a crisis, a burnout, a relationship that ends badly, or a dream that shakes you to your core. It's your inner self saying, "Enough. It's time to take back your energy." You might feel like you're abandoning those who need you, but you can't truly help anyone if you're not aware of your own limits. A healer who collapses while trying to help saves no one. Being empathetic isn't about always being open. It's about evolving into wisdom. At first it's raw, like an open nerve, but over time, with inner work, it becomes discerning. It knows when to step forward and when to step back. It knows that true caring isn't about joining someone in their pain, but creating a space where they can heal. That's the difference between someone who is just overwhelmed by feelings and someone who understands. The conscious empath knows that they are a mirror, not a sponge. They reflect truth, but they don't have to absorb all the darkness. We are like mystics. They can feel the world because they went into themselves and connected with the understanding that all souls are connected. But this understanding does not lead them to servitude. It leads to clarity. Compassion is about helping others awaken and carry their own pain. So I'm here to tell you, stop apologizing for needing to set limits. That very energy that makes you so special will only grow stronger when you learn to protect it. There's something else I need to say. Many empaths mistake their gift for a sense of superiority, like feeling deeply makes them better. That's a trap. True empathy has nothing to do with being better. It's about having touched the core of human experience so deeply that you can't hide from reality. It doesn't make you better than anyone. It gives you a responsibility to live honestly. Every single one of us is prone to darkness and pride if the darkness is ignored. I want you to take a moment and close your eyes. Imagine that energy around you, your special light. Don't see it as something fixed, but as a living thing, breathing, expanding, contracting. Notice what comes to mind. What does it look like? Whatever it is, know that it shows both your struggles and your strengths. It's shaped by every act of kindness, but also by every boundary you didn't set. You have the chance to shape the energy around you and who you want to be. As you listen to these words, you have the chance to shape it consciously. You might think that this energy is the result of how good you are, but it is the result of all you have survived. It's forged through experience. It's the sum of what you've seen, what you've been through, and what you've absorbed. Those experiences may have shaped you, but don't let them define you. They are a part of you, but you also have the ability to change. If this message has given you value, please like, share, and subscribe.